Hi guys, so it's me Alexis and welcome to my astrology channel, and today we are going to be talking about the Aquarius Rising. Aquarius was the most requested sign this week. If you haven't seen your own rising sign covered, or if there's a sign that you want to be covered, go ahead and comment below and I will check and we will see which sign will be covered next week. So without further ado, let's go to Aquarius. So Aquarius is a fixed air sign. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and they're also ruled by Saturn traditionally. It makes Aquarius a very interesting sign to me, because Uranus is the sign of change. It's the sign of progress, unpredictability, chaos, the quirky, the freaky people. That's Uranus for you. And then you have Saturn over here, who's very responsible, mature, serious, practical, rigid. Those are your Saturn people. Like, think of Capricorn. And when you mesh these two planets together to make Aquarius, you have a very complex person that can be seen as an enigma to others, because there's two opposing energies that make this sign. And personally, that's why I think Aquarius is such an interesting sign. They're ruled by two planets who are seemingly very different, yet they work together into this interesting sign. It's also an air sign. Air signs are very intelligent when it comes to logic, anything of the mind. They're not so much, emotional people. And I'm going to be talking about that later in the video. With Aquarius, they're very detached, they think rather quickly, and they're quite quirky people. When you put all of these characteristics together into a rising, you're going to get someone who definitely stands out. An Aquarius rising is never boring. You're not going to meet an Aquarius rising and think, wow, they're so freaking boring. Unless they're strongly expressing their Saturn energies, which I mean, it could be possible, but most of the time you're going to look at Aquarius Rising and be like, wow, what the fuck are they wearing? You might look at Aquarius Rising and think that they're really cool, because Aquarius is a sign that's associated with society. They're associated with the community. Aquarius Risings tend to be very popular with people. They're often the popular people in school. They're either the very popular ones or they're seen to be an outcast. I've seen both cases happen. I personally think Aquarius suns are more likely to be, an outcast, but with a rising, you're only gonna see the shallow part of a certain sign, and that shallow part is more easily translated into like the popular side of Aquarius. Because as you know, Aquarius is Leo's sister sign. They're both popular in their own way. While Leo has a spotlight over themselves, Aquarius kind of has a spotlight over themselves also, but it's more focused on the masses rather than themselves. And this is why Aquarius risings are so popular with people. Aquarius risings just know how to group people together. They know how to work together with people. They're great leaders in a sense. However, when it comes to Aquarius risings, there's this very interesting detachment they have with people. Although they work well with people, although they're very popular, they're also very detached. Aquarius can feel like they're like an outsider in a way, and this can make them feel a little bit lonely when they're with people. When it comes to interactions, an Aquarius feels like they're watching from the outside. They're watching from the outside in. They're seeing a group of people working together, and they try their best to, help those group of people work together, because an Aquarius rising wants to belong. However, an Aquarius rising has this inner detachment, and they're trying their best to connect with other people. And with this detachment, there can be, good consequences and bad consequences. I mentioned the good consequence. They're good with working with people. With this detachment, they're good with working with people because, there's no emotions for them to, consider. They just get to the point. They are intelligent, they think quickly, they help groups. And there's no emotional strings or any strings in general. However, this detachment can isolate an Aquarius rising, and this can make them very cocky, arrogant. It can let them have like this interesting god complex. Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn, and with Saturn there's this very mature, adult-like, superior aura to them. Aquarius risings are very intelligent people. They like to learn about different things. but when they have this God complex when it comes to their risings, they can seem to be a little bit snobby. They can think they're a know-it-all. This won't be very obvious because, you know, like I said, they're popular with people. This can be subtly seen like in a discussion or something, and you can feel like an Aquarius rising is, you know, trying to be superior in conversation. It's just an Aquarius thing. They spend so much time learning about things, and because they spend their time and effort, they think that like they're superior to others because they make effort into things they learn. When it comes to physical appearances, Aquarius can tend to look a bit weird. Like, weird to me has a very bad connotation to it. I don't agree with it. And Aquarius is very noticeable. I've seen a lot of Aquarius risings dressed in quirky clothing or clothing that's not of the norm. A lot of Aquarius risings that I know dye their hair different colors. They just try to stand out, or they wear interesting, you know, clothing. They also have weird mannerisms, so, you know, you could see an Aquarius talking like weird phrases. Like, for example, I have an Aquarius friend. She's not an Aquarius rising, but whenever, like, people have their own lingo, like people say swag or like, you know, eyebrows on fleek, that kind of stuff. When people call stupid people like fuckboys and all those little stupid stuff. Like, my friend, she calls people dinguses. Yeah, have you ever heard someone call someone else a dingus? Yeah, I don't. Their mannerisms and the way they speak can be a little bit interesting. It's very different and very, you know, popular because, you know, it can actually trend because, you know, Aquarius is the sign of memes, in my opinion. Well, Aquarius and then Gemini, like, very memey. They're weird for sure, but like I said, they're also kind of popular. So while they're weird at first, they're going to get, they're trendy, dude. So that's what Aquarius risings can look like in appearance. When it comes to like actual physical appearance, Aquarius has this weird effect where like they make things a little asymmetrical. They just look unconventional. So like when you have an Aquarius rising, you can feel like you're very lanky, you're kind of tall, you may have very long arms but like a very short body. Think of the chaos of Uranus and try to translate that onto a body. You're not going to see an Aquarius rising be like symmetrical and perfect and clean cut. You're going to see an Aquarius rising more likely look a little bit different or a little bit wacky, basically stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it on Aquarius rising. Don't forget to comment below on which rising sign you guys want me to cover next. I also have a WordPress blog if you guys are interested. It's called libra.wordpress.com if you guys are interested in that. I also have a Tumblr blog called Ayyries.tumblr.com. If you guys have a question about something, go ahead and ask me. I'm cool with answering. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, bye. Thanks for watching.